Showtime! The Capital G Show starts right now.
What's up, YouTube? Capital G here. So guys, over the last weekend, I had, without a doubt, one of the most hype experiences that I've had in a very long time. First off, we had Yugioh Nationals going on and all the thrills and excitement that that brought. Now I will say this, full disclosure, going into this Nationals, it seemed like the event had all the makings of kind of a subpar and dull event. A lot of people considered it, myself included, a foregone conclusion that either Dragon Rulers or Spellbooks were going to take this event and were pretty much going to take up all the top spots at this event, and that's kind of what happened. Unfortunately, what nobody saw coming is once again Alexander Thomas making it all the way to top 32 with freaking Madolche. Like every so often, you've seen this with Robbie Cole. You have this one duelist who just dances to the beat of their own drum. They run this rogue deck. They're not afraid to just put in whatever they like because it fits their playstyle or because they think it's great, and they don't care about being chastised or criticized. And then everything comes together and it actually succeeds, and it's like one of the coolest things that you could ever imagine. I mean, who literally was sitting there thinking, yeah, I think Madolche got a real good chance against beating Spellbook 6 out of 10 games, or, taking it to the house against Dragon Rulers. Like, I love it. My understanding was, it was pretty much as predicted. Dragon Rulers and Spellbooks absolutely dominated top 32. But then you've got Alex in his little Madolche deck, and it's like it's giving us this little teeny bit of variety. Now, of course, if you've seen his regional decks from the past, this man ran a whole bunch of unconventional tech. He ran a single tech copy of Iron Imperial Wall and Vanity's Emptiness in the main deck. I think that was incredibly smart. If you look at Iron Imperial Wall, not only is it fantastic against Dragon Rulers, but then against Prophecy, I mean, we all know that Spellbook of Fate is one of the most dangerous and scary cards in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And if you can isolate and contain that, a card like Jogan isn't going to do a ton against Madolche because when they have Chateau, they have beaters. So I feel like that was a really smart card, but only running one copy means that the odds of you drawing bottomless afterwards and not being able to use it relatively low, so he doesn't have to worry about the whole double-edged sword effect. And then just Vanity's Fiend is just that's the nuts against Dragon Rulers. I mean, so many Dragon Ruler players were citing that in the mirror match. It was ridiculous. So I look at his deck. He ran Dark Bribes in the main deck. He said he hit 5 Heavy Storms, which is fantastic because he ran a buttload of purple cards. It definitely was a crazy deck. It was fantastic and super fucking hyped to see this deck top. And, I think that it shined a small ray of light of hope, for Madolche's moving on to the next format. I mean, if it's a slower format, you might see this deck thrive next format. Then the second thing that had me on the edge of my seat and made this weekend so fucking super hype, had me giddy, just smiling like a schoolgirl, was Evo 2013. It was so freaking amazing, so hype. It was going on at the same exact time as Yu-Gi-Oh! Nationals, and for those of you guys who are asking, well, what the hell is Evo, capital G? Evo is this giant video game fighting tournament where people come from all around the world. This year it happened in Las Vegas. I'm talking people from Japan and Chile and other places in South America and Europe. They all come together in this one big tournament. I mean, they had 6,000 people to play games like Street Fighter 4 and Injustice, Gods Among Us, Super Smash Brothers, Mortal Kombat, and then, of course, my personal favorite, the king of fighting games, Mahvel, baby. Definitely Mahvel, I think, was the spotlight for the event. Mahvel is just always so super hyped, and really it was the game that I kind of went to the Evo streams to watch, but I was surprised as I got sucked into watching some of these other games. And with Evo being such a big event, 6,000 people, it would be like if Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering, Cardfight Vanguard, and Pokemon all had their nationals during the same exact weekend at the same venue. Like, that's how big Evo is, and once again, I love Mahvel so much. I'm not playing it right now because my controller is fucked up, so I can't, I can't actually execute any of my combos and stuff like that. But I went for Mahvel and I initially started watching Super Smash Brothers, and it was so godly. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, I started with the original Smash Brothers way back on 64, played the hell out of it, played the hell out of Melee, played Brawl a little bit, but you know, I was a huge Smash Brothers fan, and I go to watch the winners finals, and the freaking Ice Climbers are fighting Jigglypuff, and I'm like, okay, stop. Like, I know a lot about Smash Brothers, and I know damn well that my Ice Climbers, my favorite characters in the game, are no means high tier. So I'm like, okay, I got to sit down and watch this. And it was one of the most crazy things that I've ever seen. And what's interesting about the Ice Climbers is, you know, this particular fight, you've got this strategy of Jigglypuff. And I don't know if you guys know anything about Smash, but she's one of the lightest characters in the game. So she's really, really easy to knock off the stage. But then the Ice Climbers, they're really strong, you know, Nana and Popo, when they're together. So the way you beat the Ice Climbers is you have to split them up. You know, so it was just crazy watching people play this fast. And, you know, I've never really seen, like, really good Smash players, you know, actually throwing down. So this was just something that I have never seen, and it was so fucking amazing. Like, you should definitely check out the competitive Smash from Evo. The audio is kind of bad in these clips, but just bear with me, guys. I just want to show you what I'm talking about.
Get that Nana off the stage, but okay, yeah, Nana was not close enough to get that wobble started. Let's slow to react. Right through the ledge, and that was crucial. He was for a pound of the rest there. And then he's just like a shark right now, trying to use Nana. Oh, but this time, oh, he got it this time. Oh, what? Wow! Wow! You're done! Hungry Box down to his last stock, perhaps. Winner's side. Wow, Wobbles. Wobbles going to the...
But as good as Super Smash Brothers was, and it was amazing, Mahvel was godly. Like, that game is, without a doubt, the definition of hype, and that was one of the top 8s for the ages. I mean, you see so many epic comebacks, like fucking jaw-dropping stuff, and I remember watching the top 8 on stream, and there were at least 3 matches where I was thinking to myself, okay, that's it. Like, my heart is about to explode. This game and these matches are so intense. Like, there were just combos that would just make Killer Instinct blush. You know what I mean? And for those of you guys who know me and have seen my Marvel videos, or Marvel video, I guess, Shumagarov is my man. Like, that is that dude for me. He's my favorite character in the entire game, probably next to Chun-Li. And he actually made it in the top 8, and it was like, oh my god, we have a Shuma sighting. You know, the guy is so rare that when he appears, they consider it like a rare Pokemon or something like that. He appears once per Evo, you know, and it was just crazy that he actually made it in the top 8, and he was as an anchor on top of that. Like, your anchor has to be your strongest character, because, you know, sometimes your anchor has to make a comeback against 3 characters. It was ridiculous. It would be literally like making top 8 right now at Yugioh Nationals with agents. Like, Shuma is by no means a high tier character, and it was just crazy.
That jackpot. Ooh, he wanted to throw right there. Got the hit. 1 character down. Angelic has no X factor. 2 characters coming inward. Pretty soft on the incoming. Got the second hit. My God, get back. Look at that white boy. Come get him. No meter needed. When he goes to the double trigger, it's better meter. Very good to make it quicker. Not because he needed to, though. So smart for Cloud. Oh, got the hit. Angelic, can he finish this though? You getting something for the stage, baby? Give the people what they want. Give the people what they want. There we go. AI mentioned level 3. Is this enough? Yes, no. Yes, it is. Oh, it is. Sorry, okay.
My weekend was just crazy. Like, I know I was only a spectator for these things, but, you know, Evo and Yu-Gi-Oh! Nationals being at the same time was so fucking awesome. You know, big ups to anybody who went to either event. I'm definitely going to one of them next year. I'm probably going to go to Evo. But let me know what you guys think. If you happen to watch Evo or you play Marvel or Smash, let me know. Leave your comments below telling me who your favorite character is or what particularly you like from Nationals. Thank you guys for watching as always, and take care. Subscribing makes life happy.